Hi, Shane Donoghue here from Chiron Healing Centre, and today this is part 3 in a 3-part series of energy healing videos. Part 1 we discussed the, if you remember if you've seen it, if not I suggest you check it out maybe before you watch this one. We looked at the SU scale to measure how our energy is flowing, or how we feel about a particular situation or something that's stressful in our lives. We looked how if we're on the minus end of the scale, up at a -10, that is something that's completely overwhelming and very stressful for us. If it's something that's maybe a -5, it's something that's stressful. A 0, we don't feel anything either way about the situation. A +5, we feel very good about it, and a +10, we feel on top of the world. So that's the SU scale in a nutshell. I said there is a video on it. It's about 15 minutes long or so. It goes into more detail. But today we're going to talk about positive EFT. Many of you may be familiar with the traditional classical EFT developed by Gary Craig. Very much based in energy psychology, where you identify the trauma and you tap on various points to help release the trauma, and it's a marvelous modality. But like anything else out there, a lot of things can be added to and tweaked and improved. And Dr. Sylvia Hartman, a lovely lady, has developed several adaptations of the original or classical EFT, including energy EFT and positive EFT. So today we're going to be talking about positive EFT. And the difference between positive EFT and the classical EFT is with positive EFT you're not searching for the trauma, you're only focusing on how you would like to feel about a particular situation. Okay. When I'm working with my clients, I'll usually work with, if they're in the minuses on the scale and something is very traumatic, we'll usually use the emo trance, which is the second video in the series, to identify where we feel the trauma physically in our body and release that trauma and let it go. The EFT then, when we get down to a 0 on the scale, it's where we don't feel anything about it. So identifying the trauma, releasing it, we no longer feel stressed by it, we're able to let it go, but we're in that sort of 0 point and relaxed state where we don't feel, we sort of feel indifferent towards it. And this is when we bring in positive EFT to help energize ourselves and get the energy flowing up to higher up the scale, up to that +10, where we feel completely energized, we feel completely in the flow. We have a completely different perception of the trauma that we were working on, and all we were doing from the point of 0 is picking a positive about how we'd like to feel about it. So we'll do a practical example now. So let's say, for example, we're working on, I think in emo trance I mentioned bereavement. If we're working on bereavement and someone said, yes, I feel it in my chest, and we release it, and they go from a -10 on the scale and they're gradually releasing the trauma, releasing the blocked energy, the emotion is starting to subside, the charge is being released out of the memory, and all of a sudden they're down on the scale to like a -1 or a 0 +1 area on the scale. To feel that, yes, feel very relaxed. I don't feel happy about it in any shape or form, but I don't feel sad about it either. So this is where we'll bring in positive EFT. So at this point I would usually say to my clients, well, let's think about how you would like to feel about this situation. And I'm just going to show you a list of positives here. This is from the Association of Meridian Therapies, again Sylvia Hartman, AMT.com, and they have wonderful list here of positives that you just choose from these particular positives. And it doesn't have to be on this list. If you want to take a screenshot or a screen grab of that, it doesn't have to be on this list. Just think about how you would like to feel. For some people to find it difficult, you might think about how do I not feel? For example, well, I don't feel very happy about this situation. Then what you'll do is you'll tap for happiness. But if you want, something will generally resonate from a list like that, where you'll say, for example, if you're at a 0, you're going through the bereavement process and you think, well, I'd like to feel peace, okay? Or I'd like to feel joy, for example, okay? After maybe feeling so sad for whatever length of time, that's just the energy that you've been missing, that little bit of joy or spark in your life, okay? So let's take joy as an example, because it's a nice sort of rounded one for anyone to use at any stage anyway. So we'll work with joy. So you pick your positive, you focus in on the energy of joy. So first of all, you start off with your hands on your heart center. Just where you point to I or me, you put one hand there, the other hand over it. And on this point, you take 3 deep breaths, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Just deep breath in, slow release out. And as you're releasing the breath out, allow your body to relax, allow all the tension to sort of drain out of your body. And at the same time, what we're going to be doing is focusing in on the energy of joy, okay? And what joy means to you in this particular instance, okay? Because it may mean something different for you than it does for me. So think about what joy means to you. Feel the energy of joy in your body. Allow the energy of joy to come into your body. For example, some people may feel that they don't deserve joy. You know, maybe they shouldn't feel joyful after someone dies, or if someone's tapping for abundance, maybe they feel they don't deserve abundance. It's only energy, so allow the energy to come in. Feel it pulsating through your body, feel it flowing through your body. Notice what that feeling feels like, and just expand it out through your body, through every cell in your body. And continue with your breathing, 3 deep breaths as you're doing that. And now we're going to move on to the tapping points, okay? So the first tapping point is at the top of the head. So you're using your index finger and just tapping nice and gently at the top of the head. And on every tapping point, we're going to take a deep breath, okay? So it's a deep breath in through the nose. Slow release out through the mouth. Again, letting the body relax as you're breathing out, letting go of any tension or tightness, particularly in the area you're tapping on. And to keep the mind engaged, so you're not wandering off, wondering if you've locked the back door or what are you having for lunch, as you're tapping, nice and gently, slowly, rhythmic tapping on the head, you're going to say the mantra of whatever the positive you pick. So in this case, it's joy. Okay, so you'll say, I want more joy. Okay. The next point is in just above the eyebrow point, in the mid, just below the middle of the forehead here, the third eye point. So again, you take a deep breath, inhale through the nose, slow exhale out through the mouth. And again, just to keep your mind engaged, you're just going to say joy. And as you say it, feel it in your voice as well. Express it in your voice, okay? Now I'm doing this sitting down, but probably best doing this, particularly if you're doing positive EFT, do it with your favourite music on. Do it standing up. Let your body really flow. Keep, you don't want to be sort of stuck in a chair where there's angles. Let it stand up. Let the energy flow. Feel it flowing through your body. If it feels stuck at any stage, just, you know, stretch it out. That's just where the energy's blocked. Just help it flow through. So next point, as you can see here, is just at the beginning of the eyebrow. So again, deep breath, release, and joy. Then we move to the side of the eye, deep breath, release, joy. And really feel the energy of joy now pulsating through your body. Feel every tap that you tap on a point. Feel it pulsing out from the points that you're tapping on. Feel the energy of joy spreading out from there, sending the pulse down the meridians through your body to clear away any blockages that are there. They're stopping you feeling joyful. So as we were using the emo trance before, we were locating where the blocks were and we were releasing them. What we're doing now is sending a deluge of this beneficial energy we feel we need to do the same thing, just from a different angle that's more energizing, okay? So next point then is under the eye. So below sort of the pupil, you'll feel the bone here on the eye socket. Just again, nice, it shouldn't hurt. It's just nice, gentle tapping, okay? It's not about how hard you tap. It's not about how fast, etc. It's really just that you're tapping mindfully and slowly, and that you're focusing in on the energy that you're trying to draw into your body. So again, deep breath, release, and joy. Next point, some of you may not be familiar with, just at the tip of the nose. So again, deep breath, release, and joy. And then under the nose, again, deep breath, release, and more joy. Next point then is just in the dimple here, or not the dimple, whatever it is, the indent between just below the mouth, and a deep breath. More joy. Next point then is on the collarbone, just here. And again, deep breath, release, more joy. So at this point, like I say, just stand up when you're doing this. At this point, just shake out the arms and legs, stretch out the neck. Anywhere you feel any tightness or tension, just stretch it out so you're not having any sort of obstructions or disruptions to the energy flow. Shake out the hands and feet. And then we're going to move on to the next tapping point. So the next tapping point is at the side of the nail. So you can lay your palm to face slightly up, and just at where the nail is here, if you can see that, you're just tapping at the side of the nail on the thumb. Okay? So again, focusing in on the energy of joy, deep breath, release, and even more joy. And then we'll move on to the index finger again on the side of the nail, deep breath, release, even more joy. Then the side of the nail on the middle finger, and a deep breath, loads of joy. And the side of the ring finger, deep breath and release, loads of joy. And again, you can just stick to joy. You can freestyle it. So whatever words come into your head, just say that. That's a good way of doing it as well. You can focus on different types of energies. I'll get to that in a minute. I'll finish off this round, and then we'll talk maybe a little bit more about other ways of doing this. Loads and loads of joy. And then the last point here, just on the side of the hand where you do a karate chop, on the soft part below the little finger, and a deep breath. All the joy in the world. Okay, so again, just loosen up the body, shake out the arms and legs, and then finish up with the hands on the heart center again. Just taking 3 deep breaths, tuning into your body, noticing what you can feel after doing several. That's called a full round of EFT. So when you're finished out doing several rounds, you might notice that you're moving down the scale a little bit. I'll put the scale up so people can download it. You might notice you start feeling a bit lighter or free or looser, the tension starting to remove from your shoulders. And mentally you may notice that your thoughts are becoming a bit calmer, that the mind is relaxing, the monkey mind isn't chattering away, where the thoughts are coming a mile a minute, and everything starts to slow down. And this is a great thing to do, particularly all you guys out there who meditate regularly. They say we should meditate for stress, for feeling stressed. So this is a good way of bringing yourself into that relaxed state before you go into meditation, because you'll go much, much deeper if you're starting off your meditation from a nice calm place where the mind is still. Okay, so like I say, 3 deep breaths on this point, scanning your body, scanning your thoughts, letting go of all that tension. And when you're finished, have a good drink of water. When you're doing this sort of energy work, with all the energy moving around, it's going to use up your stores of water, so make sure you're well hydrated. Okay, so what we'll do, so we checked in on the scale at the start to see where we were before we had joy. I said we were probably starting around here. If I was working with my clients, some of you may be starting back here, whatever it is. Just notice if you still feel that you're on the same point on the scale, or if you feel a little bit different. If you feel a wee bit more relaxed, a wee bit more energized, maybe if you're moving up here, perhaps you started at a 0, now maybe you're at a +3. The idea is to just keep evolving it, moving up the scale gradually. As long as you see some sort of movement, then you know something is happening. Okay, some people are really tuned into energy, they can feel it flowing through their body and so on. Some people maybe not quite as good at tuning in. It'll still work. Okay, just run with it, look at the scale. If you see some sort of improvement, keep doing it, and it will start to shift things for you. Okay, you start to feel a bit more positive about things. It'll just open up so many opportunities for you as well. If you're looking at it from a business point of view, doing work like this before you go into an interview, before you go into an exam. In terms of picking a positive, you can work not just with words, you can work with different types of energies. So for example, those of you who are into Animals might want to tap for lion energy, you know, because it embodies strength and beauty and grace and poise and so on. Some people might want horse energy, unicorn energy, fairy energy, plant energy, diamond energy, crystal energy. It doesn't matter what the energy is, it's what you feel that your body needs or your energy system needs at any particular moment in time. Just draw in that energy. It's free and abundant. Just draw it in, just tap it in. Very, very simple. I say, just go through the simple process again. Hands on, pick your positive, whatever the energy is you feel you need. Hands on the heart center, 3 deep breaths while focusing in, allowing the energy that you've called in to pulsate through your body. Top of the head, middle of the forehead. Every point you tap on, you take a deep breath, release the breath, and then say whatever the word is that the energy you're trying to draw in. Side of the eye, under the eye, tip of the nose, under the mouth, collarbone. Loosen up the body. I say stand up when you're doing this, have your favorite music on. Some people have trance music on, you know, rock music, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is that floats your boat, put it on, it's going to energize you. Side of the thumb, deep breath, say your mantra. Side of the index finger, and so on as you go through all the fingers. Last point is the side of the hand. Loosen up again, and then back to the heart center for 3 deep breaths, scanning your thoughts, scanning your body, allowing all the energy to settle down. So that is positive EFT in a nutshell. You can see the demonstration. Just revisit the video as often as you want. Subscribe if you want to see more videos. I'll hopefully be doing some more soon on other areas of what we do here at Chiron Healing Center. If you want to come along for one-to-one sessions, go on to my website. It's chironhealingcenter.com, CHIRON healingcenter.com. Send me an email to shane@chironhealingcenter.com. Also check out Facebook, Chiron Healing Center. And any feedback or comments or questions, I say send them through to me. I'll be delighted to hear them and answer your questions. Take care, folks.